If you live in the American Southwest, you may hear the word monsoon bouncing around a lot right now, and in your head, that probably looks something like this. But that's actually not what monsoon means at all. Monsoon simply means a seasonal reversal in wind patterns. So let's talk about the American Southwest monsoon, what drives it, what it means at different times of the year, and why in the world you're seeing mugginess, thunderstorms, all of that across a much wider region than usual right now. So let's talk about the winter situation. Now, at that time of year, you might take an escape and head on down to Mexico for a little winter break and enjoy the warm waters of the Gulf of California, right? That Gulf stays very, very warm all the way throughout the year. Those water temperatures not as responsive to changes in temperature as land. So we are going to see those warm waters year round. Relatively warm water and relatively cold land. Yes, it's still warm in the winter in portions of Arizona, but not as warm as that water temperature consistently is. So when we talk about those two examples alone, Arizona versus the Gulf of California, you're going to see warmer water there, which creates relative low pressure compared to the relative high pressure over the cooler land surface. So air, just like people, wants to flow from high pressure to low pressure situations. So you end up with offshore flow and those winds moving south down into the Gulf of California off the land. Fairly dry air. Now, what happens in the summer is a reversal of that, right? Water has a higher specific heat, meaning it is less responsive to temperature changes, to the increase in sunlight of summer as land is. And so the land warms up a ton, right? You think about Arizona in the summer, 110 plus in a lot of places, and that's absolutely true. So that land surface warms up a ton, and the Gulf of California may warm up a little bit, but it doesn't warm as much. So all of a sudden, you have relative low pressure over the desert Southwest, and relative high pressure over the Gulf of California, where that moist ocean air is hanging out. And of course, we want to flow from high pressure to low pressure, so we get onshore flow. We're taking this moist air from the Gulf of California and pushing it into the desert Southwest, and that's why you often see heavy rains in the summertime due to this monsoonal pattern. Now, why is this expanding further? You're seeing these rain showers drag through California, Nevada, Oregon, Idaho, even into Washington. What's happening? Well, we've got a pretty monster ridge of high pressure parked over the middle of the country, and we have clockwise flow around high pressure. So you're seeing all of that moist air that typically hangs out in this vicinity steered way across the west throughout the interior west, bringing thunderstorms and muggy air to a lot of folks. But remember that a monsoon has two different parts, and it's not all this.